Okay, whew, it is hot in here with the air off, but you couldn't hear anything I said. I've recorded this one time, so let's try this again. I'm going to be reading from my book. I had to take notes for this video, but basically what this is about is to everyone that wants to send in their stories for us to read. I've had a surprising amount of people who have kind of reached out or showed a little bit of interest in that. I didn't think that would be as popular as it apparently is, and that's great. We encourage it, reach out to us or whatever. But after thinking about it a little bit, we had to set like some rules, some guidelines. Like, this is the way that we have to do it to protect us, to protect other people, to protect the people that the story's about, to protect like all this. So here are the guidelines. Okay, number one, when you tell me the story, okay, you can be 100% honest, use the names you want if you want to, or you can tell me anonymously, whatever. But when I retell the story on camera, when Chris and I, tell the story, go over it, and then talk about it, we are going to have to take the names out, and everyone has to remain anonymous, okay? Just simply because there have been a couple of people that have reached out to me, and their story, they are someone that we all know around my area, okay, in Danville, Georgia. Everyone around here knows them, and everyone also knows the person the story is about. And that's perfectly fine to send us the story. You can be completely open and honest about that. But when I tell it, I'm not going to use names, okay? It has to be anonymous, just simply because I don't want to slander anyone, regardless of I'm not saying that the story isn't true. I'm just saying I don't want to stir. This is not a drama channel, and I don't want to make things worse or stir the pot or slander anyone or be disrespectful in any way. So no names. Or I can make up a name. You want me to call you Judy, I'll call you Judy. That's perfectly fine. But we have to be respectful, because nowadays, you get hit with a slander lawsuit, it's not too much fun. I mean, I don't know from experience, but I mean, I would imagine. I mean, look at Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. That was messy. So anyway, I can't read my own handwriting. Okay, stories. Here's what we're gonna do. Number one, you have to email us. Okay, that's easier for us because what I'm gonna do is, you type it out, text it out, send it to us to the email, FowlPlayFarmsGeorgia@gmail.com. Fowl, Fowl. That way I can read over the story, and what I'm going to do is rewrite the story, and tell it, take the names out, but it will be transferred on the podcast, translated on the podcast, completely unbiased, respectful, and completely professional. So I'm going to be telling it from an unbiased standpoint. So it doesn't look like we are bullying anybody. So it doesn't look like I'm trying to bash someone for something that someone else told me, So it has to be told as professional. I wasn't there. I wasn't involved. I hope. So if I'm gonna tell the story, I have to tell it from my respectfully. Yeah, I'm about to get stuck and start stuttering, so we're gonna move on. Okay. All right. Type the email. I don't want this to turn into a Jerry Springer-esque type of show. We're not gonna get messy with these stories, so we have narrowed it down, and this is going to be an iffy one. I kind of thought about this for a while before I decided, but we're going to stick with, now listen, email us any story you want, okay? if you want to just talk to us about your experience with a narcissist on a fucking bus, or a narcissist that you dated or whatever, you email us this. But the only ones that we're gonna talk about on the channel, retail on the channel, are family dynamics. So if you were raised by narcissistic parents, or if you have an aunt and uncle who are a narcissist who like wreaked havoc over your childhood, a couple of cousins that were narcissists that made your life hell, that's what we're gonna try to stick with. We're gonna, just simply because relationship drama, I'm not trying to say that it's not important, because it is. But, well, here's this. I've never dated a narcissist, like a true narcissist. I don't believe I did. I can't think of any traits that any of them had that made them narcissists. So I'm not really qualified to speak on a story like that and give you any advice. I don't know. But I do have experience with narcissistic family members. So that's why we're choosing that. So message us about relationship issues with a narcissist. That's perfectly fine, but we're only going to tell stories that pertain to narcissistic family dynamics. So, and I'm sorry if that's like a bummer to some people, because I know most people are like, yeah, I dated this narcissist once, and yeah, I mean, that's, I understand that's awful, but we're not going to talk about that on the camera. Chris and I are not going to talk about that on the camera, so feel free to email us, though. And then the last thing, we will not encourage or tolerate bullying on this channel. But number one, you can't really complain about a narcissist and how they affected your life poorly if you turn around and behave like a bully, which is, it defeats the purpose. You want to heal. The purpose of this channel is to heal. It's for me to heal. It's for Chris to heal. It's for anybody who watches, anybody who communicates with us and talks with us. It's for all of us to figure out how to heal together. It literally, we want to all communicate with each other. You give us advice, we give you advice. Comment, give us your opinion about the stuff that we talk about. If you think we're full of shit, tell us. That's not right, or whatever. And we're teachable. We don't know everything, but we do not want you guys to listen to any of our episodes and make that. We do not want our episodes to cause you to go out and treat someone poorly. So if you hear us talk about a situation, people that we know personally, don't assume on who we're talking about and then go and like bully or be rude to who you think we're talking about. We don't want all that. We don't want all that. That defeats the purpose. So treat people, be kind to people, and let's just heal together. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. We have been pushed back a little bit because we returned this setup that we had here. We didn't need all that. We kind of bit off more than we could chew with that. So we just returned it and ordered like something simpler, all we needed. We got some recommendations from some friends. So our new shipment with our microphones and everything else that we need is coming Friday on the 6th. So give us time, be patient with us. I'll update you constantly, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Email us, talk to us, reach out to us in any way you'd like. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.